Hey guys, Johnny Sunshine here, otherwise known as Johnny Pigface. Yeah. Anyways, it's a cold day. The cold has seeped into my bones. For you guys who haven't had enough of me today from my 1 hour live, actually longer than that, my 1 hour live fucking gig this morning. That was a lot of fun. I had a great time talking to my subscribers. On the menu today, over here at Detweiler's, I just stopped by there. I got some nice fresh string beans. They're really good. Got some sweet onion, some mushrooms, celery, some tiny little potatoes, creamers I think they call them. Some baby carrots, which I'm gonna cut them in half, and some sweet potato and garlic. But I got this. I'm gonna make a pot roast dinner. That was 15 bucks. It's probably 3 or 4 pounds, and so I'm gonna start working on this. First thing I need to do is sear this meat. Which I'll show you how I'm gonna do it. That's Johnny. Here's Johnny. So I got some EVOO. Oh shit! I got a smoking tripod, man. I'm gonna throw some olive oil in here. Whoops. Whoops. I'm gonna wash my hands first with some Myers soap. I'm gonna let that pan get pretty hot before I throw this meat in there. And I'll show you how I'm going to check it. This is a nice cut, man. A lot of marbleization here. A lot of fat. That's going to render that fat's flavor. For sure. For sure. That's a nice piece of meat, guys. So we're going to let that get hot. I'm going to make up a little mirepoix, which is onion, celery, and carrots, once this thing is seared. And then I'm going to cook this guy off for like, I don't know, 3-4 hours. It's 3:30 right now, which I can't believe how late it is. I'm going to cook this so this stuff's really tender. Then I'm going to throw the rest of the veggies in. But the veggies that I cooked this with, I'm going to take them out. And I'm going to throw them because they're going to be overcooked. I'm going to throw them in the Cuisinart and grind it all up. And it'll thicken the juice in this pork roast or beef stew, basically. And it's going to be delicious, man. It's going to be delicious. Now, I'll show you how all you got to do to make sure oil's hot enough is take a little bit of water. Hear that? Hear that, guys? That shit's hot, man. So we're gonna put a little bit of nothing on this, actually. We're gonna lay it right in there. Let that baby sizzling, Jackson. That baby's on high, man. I want to really sear that meat. I'm going to let that go for at least a couple minutes on each side. And I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. That's not smoke, that's steam. Turn it down just a little bit. Oh, gotcha. That's some hot shit there, boys. So this ought to be a good meal for a couple of days. Me and the doggies are gonna love it. And you know what I do, man? I buy what's on sale at Get Wiley. They're always trying to move stuff out, and might be anything in there, to be honest with you, besides the cow stomach. I don't even think they sell that shit there, but... we're gonna let that sizzle for a minute. In the meantime, guys, I want to show you this coffee, Java Dog. I actually love this coffee. It's delicious. It's roasted right here in Sarasota. And what I really like about it is, watch this, man. These guys are on the same page as me. See that? Watch this. Son of a bitch, it's open. It's open. When I run for president, that's going to be one of my platform items, one of my planks. Coffee needs to be easy to open. You do not need to be angry and have to stab yourself in the stomach every morning to get the goddamn coffee out of the pack. Macadamia. Great coffee, man. $10 a bag, but what are you going to do? Cheaper than Starbucks. And the owner of the company's not a fucking asshole. Alright guys, so we're getting a good stare on there. Wow. You really should do the sides too. And all that stuff in the bottom, there's a term for that, fond or something. That stuff just gives you more flavor, man. So you want to sear all sides. You can get rough with this stuff, man. It's there. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, because it's all seared, I'm going to put some water in it, and I'm going to put a can of beef broth in it. Campbell's beef broth, just a small can, guys. We're going to turn that down a little bit, and I'm going to get some more water. And get this guy going. You know, fucking blueberry, where the fuck am I, babe? Alright, so let me get this. So I've got some really good filtered water here. And I need to get some seasonings in here. Like I said, I'm gonna grind this shit up when I'm done. The stuff that's going in right now. So got some garlic here, some fresh garlic. I just got it from Detweiler's. Ow. This is some good shit on a cold day. I mean, it's not really cold down here, but it's cold enough for me to want this. So I just crush it like that, guys, and that's good enough for me. I'm gonna throw this right in that water, right in the pot. Everybody in the pool, man. Yeah. I'll show you what it looks like before I'm done. I'm not gonna sit here and have you watch me do all of this. So let me get this whole, I'm gonna put this whole thing of garlic in there because garlic's good for me. And that's what I'm gonna do. All right, guys, so I've got my garlic in there. I'm putting everything of this celery in there. 3 stalks. And I think they call this the Holy Grail, maybe something, Holy something Trinity. I don't know, something like that. I call it onions, celery, and carrots. I just need to, I don't have enough onions. I thought I had more here, but just a rough chop on this stuff, guys. And then I'm gonna take some of these baby carrots and just toss them in there, maybe smash them a little bit to get some more of the flavor out of them. I like smashing stuff to open it up and yeah, just toss it in there, man. I gotta be careful, these things want to fly, yo. Yeah. What can I put them in? Something that crushes, man. Look at Johnny Utensil. Don't get me confused with Johnny Unitas. Johnny Utensil, man. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll just take these, use this, and to make sure I get all the flavor out of them. Man, that smells good already, guys. This, you know, if you just got a manicure, you don't want to fucking cut off a fingertip. That would never go good in this dish. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's that fucking fingernail I lost. So these carrots are really going to render a lot of flavor rather than just putting them in whole. And then, like I said, when I grind all this shit up at the end, it's really going to make a nice flavored sauce. So that's good enough for me on that. I'm going to give this a stir. And I'm going to get this guy up to a good rolling or simmer. Not a rolling boil, but kind of a simmer to cook that through. And I'm going to do... In the meantime, I'm gonna, oh damn, that motherfucker was on the burner, shit. I'm gonna cut the rest of this stuff up. The sweet potato is gonna be the last thing I put in. because it cooks really fast, faster than the rest of the stuff. And I'm gonna get as much of this onion in there as I can. Yeah, I'm just gonna. So anyways, I'm gonna get all this shit prepped. These potatoes, I'll probably just cut them in half. They're really good potatoes. These mushrooms were on sale, 2 for $3. And I just need to season this, man. I'm gonna throw some salt and pepper in there. Definitely salt. Some pepper. Some salt. Maybe a little bit of red pepper. Give it a little bit of kick. Definitely some garlic salt or powder. And some onion powder. There we go. And let's see what else we can put in there. I don't know. I think we're gonna leave that. Let that cook for a little while. You can see it's starting to percolate. I can tell you guys that this shit smells good. So I'm just gonna let that cook for a few hours. I'm gonna do some prep work. And I gotta find the lid to that pan. I would have rather done that in a cast iron frying pan. I mean a cast iron pot, which I have, but it's not seasoned properly. And you know, I don't mind a little bit of iron in my diet, but not rust. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, y'all? What the fuck is my lid? What happened to my lid, y'all? This just ain't right, man. Alright guys, so I gotta find my lid. This is a mystery. Alright guys, I got the lid. I'm just gonna let this stuff simmer, man, like this for a long time. A couple hours. It's 3:10 of 4. So I'm thinking maybe right at 6 o'clock or so, I may throw my other stuff in there and let it cook for a half hour. By 6:30, I should have some pretty good dinner, man. I'll let you see it. Hairy nipples. That's terrible. I'm gonna get kicked off YouTube. Alright guys, so I've got all my stuff prepped. I like these onions cut like this. I like big pieces of onion in my stew. I love beans. Anytime I get a chance to throw beans in a dish, I do. I've got pigeon peas and kidney beans here. Sweet potato. Mushrooms. In here I've got my carrots. Celery. More mushrooms. And I've got a bunch of those little potatoes down there on the bottom. So it's going to be a good stew. Or whatever. It's not a typical pot roast dinner. But you see, I threw some sweet potato in there. And that's all going to be part of the sauce, man. Let me, I'm going to grind that up in the Cuisinart. And it'll be really good. It'll thicken this sauce. I did add some beef broth to that. A container of this Swanson's, I think, beef broth. And I did use a can of beef broth, Campbell's. I do need to get some Worcestershire sauce for this. I probably have to run to Publix because I don't have any. I thought I had it, but it's not the right stuff, man. So I'm just gonna let this cook away. And it's 4:30. Like I said, I'll probably around 6 o'clock check it and see how it's doing. If it's doing good, I'll pull the meat out, take all the veggies out with I've got a special ladle, and I'll throw them in the Cuisinart. I'll grind them all up and throw it back in. It's full of garlic and sweet potatoes, celery, onions, and carrot, and that'll become part of the broth, and it's just going to be delicious. I've already tasted the broth. It's pretty good the way it is right now. It's only going to get better as it cooks. So this is what Johnny's doing today, Jackson. It's Saturday. Let's eat. All right, guys. So it's 5 o'clock. This stuff's been cooking for a while, just simmering along. I actually just flipped the meat over, and still pretty tough, man. It's gonna need to really break down, hopefully in the next hour or so. I mean, honestly, I don't care if it's really tender. At 6 o'clock, Johnny Boy's eating, whether it's cooked all the way or not. But I gotta tell you guys, this broth, woo, it's really coming into its own here, Jackson. Look at that. In the words of Chef Tell, I wish you could smell this. Oh, that's banging. Wow. Nice. And like I said, I'm just going to take all this other stuff and grind it up. You can see that sweet potatoes already cooked. Carrots are getting soft, so just got to wait. And I'm a very impatient guy, unfortunately. I'm going to try to keep this place clean while I'm doing this. Oh, that's garlic. Good away. All right. I'm gonna turn it up just a tad. Whoop. Get a few more bubbles going here. Soften this stuff up. You really got to take it slow because you don't want to just boil it, you know? It'll be tough, man. You got to slow cook it, Jackson. So I ran into my neighbor across the street at Detweiler's. Try to talk him into getting some of them baby back ribs, y'all. He's like, I know all about him. He's a big time Trumper. Yeah. Sorry about the politics, man. Guys, get you some pigeon peas. This little green pea is one of the most nutritious foods on planet Earth. Kidney beans, pigeon peas. Right in the old trap door. Yeah. This stuff's all just waiting. Waiting to go in. All right. All right, guys, so I'm gonna do something here to jazz up the flavor on this. I just read a few things. Thyme is a good spice to use for this dish. Also, believe it or not, cinnamon. Can you imagine that? This is all I have. They also said a little bit of coffee and rosemary. So I'm gonna try it all, man. Like I said, it's easy to cook for me because I'll eat anything. But let's see if I have some rosemary. Herbe de Provence. Herbe de Provence. That's cayenne. Some chili. Oh, they even said chili. A little bit of chili powder. I got some organic chili. Put a little bit of that in there. I would have thought paprika. This is nutmeg. Allspice. Allspice is pretty good too, man. Whoa. Gotta be easy with the allspice though. See if I have some, don't seem to be finding any rosemary. Nope, no rosemary. What's this shit? Oh. I don't have any rosemary, guys, but like I said, I'm easy to cook for, man. Tarragon. Tarragon can't hurt, huh? I'm gonna throw a little bit of tarragon in there. Wow. I gotta say, it's smelling delicious, man. Wow. Boy, that's good. You know what else they said to put in it, guys? Said put some coffee in it. And I got just a little bit of this coffee left in here. So I'm going to try a little bit of coffee. Not much. I'm game for trying new stuff. Wow. You know, so if you're out cutting the grass at fucking 2:30 in the morning, who cares? You know, a little too much coffee in the beef stew. All right, so I just kicked that up a notch. I'm gonna let it continue to cook. I got about another 45 minutes before I throw the rest of this stuff in and go into overdrive. Maybe it'll be 7 o'clock before I eat, but it's gonna be good. All right, guys, so it's 5:53. This meat is kind of falling apart. It's in good shape. I'm going to take it out and put the rest of that stuff in the Cuisinart. Let me get a plate here. Get a look at how much that cooked down. Oh yeah, it's just falling apart, man. Oh. By the time all this other stuff's done, that meat's gonna be falling apart, man. All right, so there's no more no more meat in that. Get my see if I can find this thing. Gussie, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm not gonna wake you up, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, buddy. So I'm gonna get all this stuff out, guys. Hey Gus, I'm sorry, man. You're gonna have to move.
Watch out, buddy. He's like, really, man? I was fucking really sleeping. I'm sorry, dude.
I've got a great strainer thing, but let's see if I can figure out a way to get this shit out of here. Not a whole bunch of it. Gussie and Bella have been outside all day, and when they came in, they both hit the sack. They just went to sleep. So I got all that stuff out, guys. I'm gonna put this meat back in. I'm gonna put these beans in. Carrots, celery, mushrooms, potatoes. Some more mushrooms, onion, I'm gonna put it all in. Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Sorry about the language, guys. I really am. Okay. So I need to add some more beef broth. And the last thing, look at this, came right up to there. Sure, it tastes delicious. I'm gonna grind all this stuff up, put it back in there. Maybe I'll just mash it. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is put these guys in. Nice and fresh. So I'm gonna turn this up. the lid back on. Maybe hit it with a little more salt. A little more pepper. That's a pot of soup, my friends, and it's going to be delicious. It's 6 o'clock. As soon as that's ready, I'll be eating it. Yeah. So guys, what I decided to do, instead of dirtying the Cuisinart, I just decided to make a puree out of this. I'll take that shit, that out, and I'm gonna dump it right in this pot. I gotta loosen that up. That's all that garlic and all that Mirepoix, you know. This should start to come down. It's a pretty full pot. But as it cooks, it should go down a little bit. I hope. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take some stuff out. All right, guys. So in a little while, we'll have some good beef stew, pot roast, or whatever the hell I feel like calling it. Guys. Johnny's getting hungry, man. You hear that in the background? What? Sounds like a fucking air conditioning guy from New Bedford. Heating, plumbing, air. Yeah. I know he'd get me for a copyright, that son of a bitch. Hey guys, I gotta tell you, man, that broth is unbelievable, man. The coffee, the cinnamon, little hint of it in the salt, man, it's just unreal. We're getting close now, guys. Johnny Boy's gonna be eating here shortly, and the meat is cooked really good. All right, guys, so we're coming around the bend here into the home stretch. This shit's good enough for me at this point. I just want these green beans to turn green. I just threw them in there. This stuff is unbelievable, man. Whew. I'm gonna make a bowl and I'll show you a good meal for me tonight. Lots of veggies, beans, meat, protein. Yeah. Look at that meat just falling apart, man. Woo, doggy. Sweet potatoes, mushrooms, potatoes. I gotta get down into those beans, man. Oh yeah. Whoops. Get some more of that meat, Jack. That shit's just falling apart, guys. I'm gonna leave it cooking for a little longer. Oh yeah. That's a king size bowl right there, guys. Looky here. I need a fork, a spoon, and a towel. Alright, guys. Good food, good meat. You guys know the rest of that. Look at this shit. Mushrooms. This is really hot, man. But this meat is just falling apart. Maybe not so much, but you know, it's the thought that counts. I started really late today. Can't believe how the time got away from me. I should have been putting this on at noontime, but sweet potato. This broth is just kicking, guys. Wow, that's just jamming. Wow. For you guys up there, a couple comments today. You guys are at 3 degrees, wind chill factor on top of that. That's just unreal, man. That's frigid. That's a deep freeze. I'll bet you wish you had some of this. I wish I could give it to you, but it's kind of a long drive. So I like the string beans to eat them like finger food. See how nice and green they are now? Really good, guys. This meat's gonna tear me up if I try to eat it, but I gotta get some. So to the guys who participated in the Johnny Sunshine Live event today, I appreciate you. It was a lot of fun. Really was. I had a good time, man. Great way to spend an hour on Saturday morning. If you didn't catch that, look it up. Johnny or John Phillips Plumbing YouTube Saturday morning live. About an hour and 15 minutes of just bullshitting with you guys. I'm hot, man. Black Hawk down. All right, guys. I'm just gonna do it. When it's cold, make some soup, man. Best thing for you.